Hi students, welcome to Alphos e-learning chemistry classes for second year. The running chapter is organic chemistry and now we are in session number 28. In previous session, just we discussed about the physical properties of alcohols, that is like boiling point, the solubility, like this. And then we discussed about different properties that we can expect from the alcohols. And in such properties, what are the reagents that involved and what type of different properties we can assume from these alcohols, and what are the bond breakings. All these we discussed, and I provide you the list of reagents that are involved in different kinds of reactions exhibited by these alcohols, is it not? And now one by one we have to discuss, and in this session let me explain the actual nature of, that is when it is reacting, how this alcohol molecule will behave with the reagent, or with, if it is behaving as a reagent, how it can behave with any other substrate. All these we have to discuss with their mode of approach of the reaction, that is nothing but the reaction mechanism. And for that purpose, first let me explain the nature of alcohols during reaction. Nature of alcohols in reactions. Actually, these alcohols are considered as versatile compounds. Versatile compound means they are having dual natures. They are able to behave in different manner depending on the substrate or the reagent which is involved. For example, these alcohols, that is ROH, they are able to behave as electrophiles, and as well as they can behave as nucleophiles. Both these two natures we can observe in alcohol. That's why they are considered as the versatile compounds. And now first let me give how they are behaving as the nucleophiles. It is simple. This is ROH. When it is of having any other electrophile, that is with positive charge, then because of having a lone pair of electrons on oxygen, and as the lone pair, it is nothing but a neutral nucleophile. You remember, neutral nucleophile nature is observed, and this can donate this lone pair to this positive charge, and thereby it is now forming OH plus CH2 CH3 like this. And now after getting this, it is releasing, now the product is nothing but ROCH2 CH3 like that. It is nothing but the ether formation. And now when it is behaving like electrophile, and in this case just it is ROH, and because of having its nucleophilic nature, it is now donating lone pair to this H place, and after getting that H place, now the compound is considered as protonated alcohol. Protonated alcohol, and in this protonated alcohol, it is ready to release that H2O and any other nucleophile, say for example Br minus. When it is attacking on this, it is ready to release this H2O. And as we know, this is nucleophile and this is attacking on electrophile. And in such a case, it is giving RBr plus H2. Like that, it can behave both as nucleophile because of having lone pair, and these protonated alcohols are behaving like electrophiles, and because they are attacked by the nucleophiles. And just you remember, dear students, after protonation, the OH minus now becomes weak. It is becoming weak nucleophile, and thereby on this protonated alcohol, if any even weak nucleophile when attacks, it can immediately eliminate water, and it is accepting the new nucleophile to attack on the substrate. So after releasing this OH, it is now behaving with positive charge to accept this nucleophile, and that's why we can say that protonated alcohols are behaving like electrophiles, and the alcohols, because of having the lone pair of electron on oxygen, are behaving like neutral nucleophiles. Clear? That is about. And now coming to the properties, just one by one we have to discuss. That is nothing but yesterday we considered the properties depending on the bond cleavages in different manner, and the first category is nothing but the reactions due to OH bond cleavage. This is first kind of reaction. Here we are considering two reactions. One is nothing but reactions with more electropositive metals. Mostly these are S block or third A group elements like that. Here just you observe ROH, because these reactions are due to when it is of breaking the bond, it is reducing H plus. That is nothing but here we can observe the acidic nature of alcohol we can observe. That is the reactions or the properties due to OH bond cleavage, nothing but the properties due to acidic character of these alcohols. Clear? And now here when it is treated with metal like Na, electropositive, it is forming alkoxides. Just you remember, after releasing H plus, the remaining OR minus is known as alkoxide. It is nothing but a conjugate base of alcohol, and plus H2, hydrogen is released. And in similar manner, in case if it is of tertiary butyl alcohol, even actually tertiary alcohols, as we know, the acidic strength order is primary alcohols more than secondary alcohols more than tertiary alcohol. That is, tertiary alcohols are the weakest acids among the alcohol groups. Is it not? And now even then, this tertiary alcohol when reacts with aluminum, it is not able to form tertiary butoxide. Just you remember, it is represented as TBuO minus. It is plus 3 and it is minus, and hence we can write Al TBuO taken thrice. And this TBuO is nothing but tertiary butoxide. Its structure is like this. Just after removing hydrogen from OH group, this is nothing but tertiary. It is represented like this, and now we are getting tertiary butoxide. Such type of molecule, and it is releasing hydrogen. That means alcohols when react with the reactive metals, and when they are tend to react with reactive metals or more electropositive metals, they release hydrogen. This property indicates the acidic natures of alcohols, because as we know, acids when react with active metals, they liberate hydrogen. It is one of the characteristic feature of acids. Thereby here also alcohols when they react with this, they are releasing hydrogen, and it is the best proof that the alcohols are exhibiting acidic character. Clear? And now one more characteristic reaction, that is nothing but this some other properties that are due to OH bond cleavage is nothing but reactions with carboxylic acids and the derivatives like acid chlorides or acid anhydrides. In all these cases, just the reaction is like this. If it is ROH, and it is when reacted with carboxylic acid, RCOOH. And just here, let me write for your convenience sake, let me write this sign, HOR. This is alcohol. Here, even though this is more acidic, just remember, dear students, even though carboxylic acids are more acidic than alcohols, in this particular reaction, when alcohols tend to attack on this, these acids are releasing OH and alcohol will release H plus. Thereby it is forming now the new compound RCOOR. It is nothing but an ester and water. Just you remember, because of formation of water, it has to be removed immediately, or otherwise the reaction will take place in a reversible manner. That's why to eliminate reversible reaction, we are carrying out in presence of concentrated H2SO4, a little amount of concentrated H2SO4. And the question may be related to this, why we are using concentrated H2SO4. Just it is nothing but, in this reaction, the water which is formed should be removed as and when it is formed. The reason is, if it is not removed, these two again, that is ester and water, will combine. It is nothing but the familiar reaction known as ester hydrolysis. And these two will react, and they are giving back these two, that is acid and alcohol. So to prevent the backside reaction, we are carrying out this reaction of acid with alcohol in presence of concentrated H2SO4 a little amount. And that concentrated H2SO4 is useful in removing the water whenever it is formed in the reaction. Clear? And now coming to this, here how we can say that this RCOOH is releasing OH and only hydrogen is released from alcohol. An excellent question here they may frame, and for that purpose let me explain that question which what they can frame in our competitive examination. It is given RC double bond OOH. It may be oxygen 18 isotope, radioactive isotope. When it is reacting with ROH, this acid which is of having a radioactive isotope of oxygen, when reacts, this will be of going like this. And in case if it is RCOOH, it is reacting with alcohol which is having the radioactive isotope oxygen in alcohol molecule. Now also it is going now like this. Just you remember, in this case, when oxygen 18, radioactive oxygen 18 atom is present, it is now coming in water. Just you observe, it is coming in water. And in case if this alcohol is having oxygen 18 isotope, which is radioactive isotope, it is now coming in ester like this, but not on water. Why? Because in the formation of water as the byproduct, the OH group is released only from the acid but not from alcohol. This is the best proof. That means by using the radioactive oxygen 18 isotope, we can prove that these acids are releasing OH group and this alcohol is releasing H+. And now it is nothing but the OR minus. Here it is behaving like nucleophile, just you remember. And that nucleophile is substituting this nucleophile. So it is also one kind of nucleophilic substitution reaction. Clear? And like that, by taking this radioactive isotope of oxygen, we can prove that the oxygen is coming from in water. The oxygen is coming from acid group, but not from alcoholic group. Clear? That is about the reaction. And with acids, it is behaving like this. And when it is reacting with acids, these alcohols are releasing H2O as the byproduct. But in case if the other acid derivatives, nothing but the second one is acid chlorides. Acid chloride, the best one, representation is like this, RCOCl. When it is of reacting with alcohol, this Cl minus is replaced by hydrogen. Here also the product is again ester, just you remember. And the product is HCl. And third one is nothing but acid anhydride. Acid anhydride, it is nothing but like this. In this case, when it is reacting with HOR, this hydrogen will go along with this. H plus will go along with one of the carboxylate and OR will attack on this, and here it is of giving RCOOR ester, and the byproduct here is nothing but the carboxylic acid. Just if you observe, the byproduct is nothing but formed by the combination of H plus from alcohol and the anionic part of the substrate. So these two combinations will provide the byproduct. In all cases, in case of acids, water. In water, H plus is from alcohol and OH is from acid group. And now in acid chloride, here the byproduct is HCl. In that HCl, H plus is from alcohol and Cl minus is from substrate. And in this case, this RCOOH, here RCOO minus, the anionic part is from acid anhydride substrate and this H plus is from alcohol. So in all these reactions where ester is the major product is known as esterification reactions. Esterification reactions, that is acids RCOOH plus HOR when reacting giving RCOOR plus H2O. And in these two cases also, this is ester and here it is ester. And in all these reactions, the alcohol molecule is behaving like nucleophile, you remember. And this nucleophile on attacking on acid or acid derivatives, formation of ester is the major product and byproducts depend on the anionic part. Thereby, as the ester is formed as the major product, it is known as esterification reaction. Clear? That is about the reactions that involve the cleavage of OH bonds. Even phenols can also undergo this type of reaction. Phenol can also involve as phenoxide. Instead of OR, it is of phenoxide will attack on the acid or acid derivatives. Clear? And next one is nothing but second type of reactions where reactions due to CO bond cleavage. Reactions due to CO bond cleavage. COH. Here the bond will cleave. This type of reactions. And dear students, you remember, in case of alcohols, it is just sigma bond. There is no conjugation. Even after the bond cleaves, it is giving place and it is minus. But this type of CO bond cleavage reactions are not possible in case of phenols under normal condition. The reason is nothing but just you observe, in case of phenol, it is this OH group when directly linked to benzene, it is of donating or contributing the lone pair to the benzene, and thereby this bond will be shifted. That is, it is forming a conjugative structure like this. And immediately when it is coming to this, it will be shifted to this, another conjugative structure like this. And when it is coming to form bond like this, and it is coming this, and it is forming another conjugative structure like this, OH plus. And now when it is coming to this, it will go back and it is nothing but giving the first product, that is first reactant, OH, like this. So, but you remember, this and this one is same. There the conjugation is only within the benzene. They are not involving the outside oxygen. That's why we have to consider for any substituted benzene, very very important, you remember, for substituted benzenes, the number of conjugative structures are nothing but considered as 3 plus 1, that is 4 only. How many benzene rings involved? For each benzene ring, we have to consider 3 and plus 1. Say for example, in case if in any case 2 benzene rings are present on the same some X, and now conjugation is involved, and due to this 1 and due to this 3 and due to this 3. For each benzene ring, we have to expect only 3 conjugative structures. In addition to the substituent, each substituent, that substituent is providing only 1 conjugative structure by involving it itself or without involvement. Here it is, and here also it is. That is one of the conjugative structure, and the remaining 3 conjugation is involved. So that's why this one and that one, both these two are considered as 1, and these 3, 1 plus 3, nothing but equal to 4 conjugative structures. And just now you observe, in these 4 conjugative structure, most of the time, that is in most of the conjugative structures, oxygen is having double bond character with carbon. oxygen is having double bond character with carbon. This is the reason why phenols are normally under normal conditions do not undergo this type of reactions, that is the reactions where carbon oxygen bond cleavage takes place, and such type of reactions we can expect easily from alcohols but not from phenols. The reason is this one: the OH, the oxygen and the carbon are having double bond character. Most of the conjugated structures with the double bond, and hence it is of having double bond character. That's why unable to involve in this. Under normal condition, just you remember, in case if it is in drastic condition we are using, the double bond can also cleave. Clear? That is. And now, in this type of reactions, that is nothing but OH bond cleavage, the order of reactivity we can find. When compared to primary, secondary alcohols are very interested to involve to break the bond. Here, just you observe, let us have a comparison. When it is reactions due to OH bond cleavage, the order of reactivity, it is nothing but due to acidic character. Are you following? This is acidic character, what we are observing. So when it is acidic character, we can say that primary is more reactive than secondary than tertiary, because as we know, tertiary alcohols are less acidic. And now when it is coming to reactions due to R, that is CH to OH, that is COH bond cleavage, then it is the reaction is depending on stability of reaction intermediate. And what will be this reaction intermediate here? Just let me give. If it is CH to OH, once it is protonated, when the alcohol is protonated, it is now forming protonated alcohol. Already we discussed. But once it is protonated, it becomes weak nucleophile. Is it not? And because of that weak nucleophilicity, when it is kept in any solvent, immediately it releases water and thereby forming the carbocation. And now this carbocation is nothing but reaction intermediate. And already we know from GOC the carbocation stability order. What is the order? It is nothing but tertiary is more stable than secondary, is more stable than primary. This is the stability order for reaction intermediate. Stability of reaction intermediate follows this order. Clear? And now the reactions due to RC, that is COH bond cleavage, is depending on the stability of the reaction intermediate. So as the stability of the reaction intermediate follows this order, in this case, that is the reactions due to COH bond, the reactive order of the tertiary, that is alcohols, is it is following tertiary more reactive than secondary, more reactive than primary. Just you can observe these two are reversed to each other, because tertiary carbocation is more stable. That's why these tertiary alcohols, instead of breaking the OH bond, they always interest to break COH bond. CO bond cleavage is leading to the formation of reaction intermediate, and because of reaction intermediate formation, the stability of the reaction intermediate is the criteria to find the reactivity order of different substrates. So as the tertiary carbocation is more stable, we are finding that the reactivity for CO bond cleavage is tertiary, secondary and primary. Like that. That means it leads to, generally when OH, that is C and O bond cleaves, it almost all, it leads to elimination reaction. You remember, in most of the cases this C and OH bond cleavage leads to elimination. And here again with the same trend we can find also the elimination reactivity order. Elimination reactivity order is also same. Tertiary is more interested to go for elimination compared to secondary, and it is more interested to go for primary. Like that. Clear? And now in the next session I am going to explain how the elimination reaction takes place and what are the other reactions where we can expect carbon oxygen bond cleavage, and what is the reaction mechanism, and in case if are there any principles involved in determining the major products. In elimination, generally, when elimination reaction leads to formation of different alkenes, then automatically we have to adopt the Sage's reaction principle or Sage's rule, or we have to adopt Hoffman rule, Hoffman bromide rule. Is it not? This Hoffman rule or Sage's rule, which is predominant? At what condition they are of considered? All these we have to discuss, and I will make the discussion in the next session. Clear? Thank you.